Two baby birds living on our front porch fell from their nest, and I worried for their safety. When a large thunderstorm unexpectedly hit our area, my worry only increased. Would the birds drown in a puddle? Would a cat get them? Would they find safety in tough times outside of their nest? Early the next morning, as I walked to my car on the way to work, I was unable to see the birds anywhere. Tears fell down my cheeks as I whispered the likely truth. They are lost in the storm. Going through a personal storm of my own, my emotions were running particularly high that morning. The tears only increased as I put the car in reverse, then pulled out of the driveway. Suddenly, something caught my eye. It was the two little birds dancing gaily on the sidewalk by our rosemary plant. They survived the storm, I cried out through a mixture of laughter and tears. And so will you, came an unexpected voice, silent but sure. Little did I know that the calm from my storm lay just around the corner, that God would no sooner forget about me than he would a sparrow. Life's storms will not always end quickly. Some are less like brief thunderstorms and more like lengthy hurricanes that wreak tremendous temporary havoc. But with Christ by our side, all things will ultimately be made new. Are not two sparrows sold for a farthing? And one of them shall not fall on the ground without your Father. But the very hairs of your head are all numbered. Fear ye not therefore, ye are of more value than many sparrows. Matthew 10:29 through 31. Wilbur Wright once said, "No bird soars in a calm." Virgil taught, "Take heart again, put your dismal fears away. One day, who knows, even these hardships will be grand things to look back on." Epictetus wrote, "The trials you face will introduce you to your strengths." Orson F. Whitney taught, "No pain that we suffer, no trial that we experience is wasted. It ministers to our education, to the development of such qualities as patience, faith, and humility. All that we suffer and all that we endure, especially as we endure it patiently, builds up our characters, purifies our hearts, expands our souls, and makes us more tender and charitable, more worthy to be called the children of God. It is through sorrow and suffering, toil and tribulation, that we gain the education that we were meant to acquire." G.K. Chesterton wrote, "And when it rains on your parade, look up rather than down. Without the rain, there would be no rainbows." In conclusion, let us keep our eyes on God and on our Savior Jesus Christ as we weather the storms of life, for in them is where the ultimate safety in tough times is found.